know, but let's see how things unfold. Chest, Emmeline, who says chest? I don't know if this is a family member. I don't know. But chest, thank you so much for being here. So, yeah, I can't wait for that time.
Do you know the secret? Why does a 60-year-old mother look younger than her 25-year-old daughter? If you have gray hair.
And right now, I literally have to be here. Like, right now, I have to be here. Hello, D and husband. Hello, my husband is on the other side. I don't know what he's doing there. I don't know, but probably he'll be joining soon. Greetings, Mom, Doreen Small. That's Kinero. We miss you too. You visited me with Sharon in Harlem. Okay. Now I remember you. I think you're the one who had, we came to your house in Harlem and you were so kind, even gave me a gift. Thank you so much. I think you're the one, Colette. I think you're the one. If you're the one, let me know. Yes, we came to your house. Thank you so much. And then we were walking, where there's so many zombies. It was interesting, really interesting. Thank you.
Guys, welcome to another video. Today, I thought to just come and hang out so that we can talk. Sorry if my voice will sound a little bit weird. It's because today I'm down with a very bad cold. So I'm just drinking my some tea, some gloves tea, so that I can just keep warm. Meanwhile, let's listen and react to Mwangos. We are going to react. Okay. For those of you who doesn't know me, who are clicking this video for the first time, my name is Embrace. I have traveled in more than 200 countries, and I am currently married to a foreigner who is not a Kenyan. And I am living in my mansion in Nairobi, Kenya. And marriage is one of my achievements. Winks. For those of you who doesn't know, I have a husband. So you better come correct, okay? I have a husband. So even if you look at my hand, my fingers, you have to know that I have a husband, okay? I have to rub it on your faces so that you guys get to know and understand that I have a husband. So I'm also above you guys because you guys are very much peasants. I'm above you. You are all beneath me. I don't mean it, guys. I don't mean it. So, but anyway, I'm so sorry, guys, for calling you guys that. But anyway, guys, this is just a by the way. I'm here with another reaction video. Let us watch or let us hear how Mwangos is really struggling to blend in with her Polish people. So, and also something that I have noticed, I've been watching her videos lately because I just want to make of it. Like I just want to see what is it all about. But to be honest, my gut feeling, it's not like, it's just, I'm just reacting based on what has been presented here on the social media. So if you are going to get offended, I don't care. You can get of as much as offended as you like, but we are just going to have a constructive conversation over here, constructive criticism, and it is what it is. This is social media. If you bring your life on social media, you make room for people to have 2 cents, or even for people to react on your life. So I have seen our girl has been really trying to blend in, or trying to just overall relate with these people in Poland. And one thing that I have realized is that for a newlywed, I feel like it's not giving. It's really not giving. She's struggling, and I feel like also there's something about her that does not sit right with her husband and with the with this guy. And I just feel like by watching the videos, I feel like she's forcing issues. But again, that is not new. She's been forcing issues with men, posting with them here on social media. I wouldn't be surprised if even in this instance, she's forcing. Oh my God, my English. Forcing issues even with this Pedro, because I can see it in this guy's body language. I can see in the way he's totally seems really annoyed by her. Every time he sits down next to her, he just seemed to try and distract himself by doing something, either being on his phone, and literally the girl has been forcing words out of his mouth, like he doesn't even want to be involved. Sometimes it seems like he's been forced to be on her videos because he sits next to her, and he doesn't want to really even get close to her or even to be touchy feely with her. He really like have very minimum physical connection with her. That is what I've noticed. And I've also noticed that he really doesn't want to talk much. And one thing that I think is annoying him is the fact that D cannot seem to have in intellectual conversation. Like she cannot seem to have deep conversation or meaningful conversations that are intellectually. So I feel like the guy is kind of into history and into things that are deep, like, but I just feel like she is not very intelligent. So she's not aware of world history. She's not aware of many things, even in Poland. Because even when she went to Poland, she did not read the history or even to read about the paperwork or even the marriage process or what entails, what happens when you marry a Polish guy or things like that. So she has no idea about so many things. You can literally just tell by the way she's answering questions, or even sometimes she gets so surprised when this guy is trying to talk to her regarding something that, like for example, to her, she thought that it was gonna take her 3 years, 3 months to kind of start getting papers to get a Polish passport so that she can travel around with ease. But this man told her that it's not this case. It's not that easy. And it seemed a little bit so discouraging to her simply because she did not do her due diligence. She did not do her research. And all these things are happening online, exactly live, and people are watching her ignorance while she's interacting and talking to this guy, to her supposedly husband. So I just feel like most of the time when she's communicating to this guy, and I feel like there a lot of things don't align between them, and also the fact that the lady might have been fixated because she has been googling. She googled, the only thing she googled about Poland was how powerful Polish passport is in the world, like ranking Polish passport. So she was talking about how Polish passport is like stronger than the US passport and is ranked number 4, number 6, or And and she was just, and at this point, I feel like Dimwango, even for you people who watch Dimwango, maybe there's some of you who are watching this video are Dimwango's followers. But some of you are even older, but you seem not to have the spirit of discernment, or even you seem not to be very sensitively aware of what is going on, of the mistakes that she is making. And I don't understand, if you really love somebody, why wouldn't you advise her to stop making this kind of mistakes? Because even when she was filming with this JB guy, a lot of people were warning her because there were so many red flags that people saw. But you just say that people are jealous of her. So even, for example, me, I would even open this video and then talk about these things that I have noticed about her, with her, whatever the situation that is going on with her. And then you guys are going to bash and say that I am being jealous of her. It is not always about jealousy, because, to be honest, I wouldn't even say that it is about jealousy. I'm not jealous about her. I'm just having observations, and I want us to talk about these things. She is clearly making a big mistake of her life. First and foremost, she cannot talk about the things that she's talking about online. She cannot do that. It is very sensitive. Some things she need to learn to keep it to herself. She cannot always talk about everything. And I feel like it's almost like she is out of ideas, video ideas, or she doesn't know what to do with herself anymore. Because right now she's stuck in that dodgy house, that small, tiny, dodgy house that is barely nicely furnished. And it's cold. She doesn't know what to do with herself. And it's just a miserable life. So she's stuck in that house, being just a mere housewife, and saying that she loves it, and I love being, and praising marriage works, and talking about, like she's talking too much. At this point, she needs to take a book and sit in the corner and read a book, learn one or two things. Because when you speak so much and everything that comes out of your mouth just seems to be repetitive, and it seems to have no substance, and you seem to just like talk and repeat yourself, and you are not even making sense, yet you are saying that you are a graduate, somebody who has graduated to become a high school or a teacher, but whenever you open your mouth you just exude ignorance. So there is no way this be you are married in Poland, yet you keep talking about wanting to have the Polish passport, and you can't wait to have Polish passport. You can't wait. You are ranking Polish passport, and you want to, like, for example, it makes it seem like you are there for passport. That is what it makes it seem like. And because you're so new, she's so new in this situation, that she needs to chill. She needs to find some other things to talk about, rather than talking about, oh, I'm married, and this, and marriage is good, I am a housewife, I'm doing this. Everything does not always have to evolve around marriage. Everything does not have to. You can talk about whatever you have to talk about, but sometimes also you have to respect your people, because maybe these people, even the way I see this your Polish guy's body language, it seems like he's getting so annoyed by you of always having. I know that he knew before he even got with you that you are somebody who films and all that. But when you see, he's afraid, he doesn't know what else are you going to talk about, because you seem to just have mouth diarrhea. You just talk non-stop. You're just talking. So, for example, she was talking about they were having a conversation in the couch, and first and foremost, before they even start having conversation, there was a dog sitting besides him and Peter. And I mean, she had reserved that space for her husband to come and sit, and she was like, "Yala, come and sit next to me." And then the dog kind of was a barrier between them, so they were just sitting. The husband was like, "Just leave the dog, let the dog to sit there." So that was a bit embarrassing. I saw that and I felt a bit embarrassed for her, because it seems like this guy loves his dogs too much, and wouldn't be bothered about even coming, getting closer to this woman. So the entire time, even after the dog had left, I just wanted him to close that gap, the gap where the dog was, and he just kept scooting like away from her. And there was no point that he was even scooting close to her to sit next to her and to have that closeness of the newlyweds. And every time that I see him, there's always a look of he's not happy. There's just a look on his face that just says that there's something that he's not happy about. And it's not about being nonchalant. It's not about like he doesn't like the cameras, because maybe that could be the case, that this guy doesn't like the cameras. But every time I feel like every time D is talking, he's almost like feeling like, oh, here you go again, like rolling his eyes and yawning, and he's like looking aside. Guys, I speak like this because I have ever been in such relationships where I was the one who was forcing issues, and I was really trying hard and trying to show that I was so intelligent by the way I was talking too much, blah blah. But the other guy was just like not there, he was just not that into me. So I feel exactly that this guy is not that into Dean Wango, not at all. The reason why, every time he's next to her, whenever they are having a conversation, he's always giving himself an excuse. He's always trying to do something with his phone, either yawning or just like there was a time he was trying, I don't know what he was doing. Like, why do you even have to be on the camera if you don't want to be involved, to be part of the video? So this guy sometimes come to on the camera, but then he's like turning. There was a video whereby he was turning his back against her and watching a monitor or a GoPro, something, I don't know what it was, a drone footage. And he was just like, this girl was trying to introduce, to like sort of incorporate him into this video, but it was just not working because he was busy. And then always D Mango has to always excuse her husband's behavior. And he always say, oh, he's busy with this, oh, this and that, oh, blah blah blah. But then you can clearly see that the guy is trying to like sort of avoid having this kind of conversations that she's trying to have online. Maybe he would have loved such conversations to be private, but this woman can't seem to choose which kind of videos or which kind of conversations she has to have with these people. Like, for example, if people ask you a question, like you're having question and answers, you don't always have to answer questions that people are asking you, because majority of people, they just want to be intruders. So you don't even have to answer some questions, because you know that when you start answering questions, you're going to open a can of worm, and you're going to talk too much and say things that you shouldn't even be saying. Because at this particular point, you are supposed to act your best and show these Polish people or immigration people that you are having best interest at heart, and the reason why you're with this person, you're with them because you truly love them and blah blah. So in case if they have to like sort of, maybe this guy, like for example, will have a reason as to why he doesn't want to maybe proceed with your papers, he might present such videos to them that, for example, she was talking like this, and I feel like she's just with me for the papers. And this is the reason why I don't want to give her the papers. And because also the way I heard the guy speaking, it was like he was not certain that you are even going to be stuck in that same place for five 5 or 4 years that you need to be in Poland for. So he seemed to have was saying that you need to be in Poland, but you with your traveling history, like like for example, right now she needs to stay there so that even she can be eligible at a particular time to be eligible for the residence visa or something like that. So I think she needs to stay around Poland for quite some time without leaving. So the guy doesn't. To me, honestly, he doesn't seem like he want her to have the papers. And I also hear them talking all the time. Like she comes online and as soon as she gets married, she's want to talk about things like having kids and uh, and bringing pregnancy test kits and doing it online and talking about. And it's too soon for you to even encourage this kind of intrusive questions from people and even try to come online to make such videos. It is too soon because you just got there, and you should focus your energy. I feel like she should focus her energy in getting to know this guy better. And if I were her, I would keep cameras away. I would keep cameras away from the entire union, and I would just be the two of us, instead of having, like, I know that she just films once a day, maybe for 1 hour, and the rest of the days they are together and blah blah. But I just feel like this is the time that she can even like sort of take a break. And I know that it's her main job or something like that, but for the sake of getting to know this guy, and also you've seen the guy's body language, he doesn't seem to be somebody who wants his business out there so much. That is the reason why even when you see on his channel, he doesn't really talk too much about his personal business on his channel. So if he was about this kind of lifestyle where he wants, his business out there and camera in the family setup in his home, then he would also be doing this in his home. But when you see him on his channel, he chooses to just film outside his home. There are people who really, they don't really like people to, they feel like it's intruding. Like for example, now you just got there and you're just with camera. You just want to film and you want to talk about your marriage, about your relationship, about, you just want to talk, 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 talk. This is the time that you need to, she needs to just like sort of, because majority of these things are giving, this is why you see there is a lot of reactors who are reacting, because instead of you keeping the camera and just dealing with these issues or asking these questions, and also even, because you should have known exactly what this kind of a person is before you come and ask him questions on live. Then he embarrasses you in front of everybody. Then you give us reactors a reason as to why we have to come and talk to about these situations. So for example, when she was talking about passport. She talked about passport nonstop, and every time she was mentioning about this passport, you could see it in her husband's body language, and you see it in his face. He was really, really displeased. He was not. He was disapproving of this conversation. He didn't like to have this conversation, but she just kept going, kept going, kept. She can't even read the room or even read him to understand that these kind of things, I don't want you to talk about them. But she just kept going. So even she's revealing a lot of things about her intent, that she's very interested in marrying a white man so that she can have her children to have different passport rather than a passport from her country, because she's complaining that paperwork in his country takes too long, things are so slow, this and this. For example, when she was with her sister, and her sister was like sort of showing her making tea for her, and this tea that with a lot of herbs and this, and she was saying, you'd never know things like that exist in our country. The only thing we know as tea is water, milk, and sugar. Like we don't have these kind of things. We don't have them because you are the one who doesn't know about these things. But even right now, I'm drinking herbal infused things that I have just gathered and I have put together. And I have lemon in my, I can, the same tea that this white the sister made is the same tea. Even if you come to my house, I can make for you this tea because I have all these things. We There is nowhere like Africa, okay? Everything can be found here in the market, in the grocery shop, in the herbal shops. Like in my area where I live, we have very big herbal shops where you can get every type of herbal things, even green tea, even matcha, even such rooibos, name every type of tea. We have it here. But then she's going to go there and then she's going to say, such things we don't have them. Like, you're making Africa look bad. These people, as it is, even they get these things from Africa because the weather that they have there does not favor them to even get, to even get majority of the fruits and vegetables that they are having. Many of them, they have to get them in there. So, I mean, they have to import them. So for her to talk about things like this, like, and then she's always like, oh, wow, wow. Like, you can't have tangible conversation. So she's always like, for example, when they were talking with this, in the couch with this guy, and it was on a live, and then she was like, after talking about the passport, then she was like, talking about now, about the fact that it was a surprise for her. She didn't knew that she's gonna get married, and she didn't knew that things will turn out the way they turned out. And then she was talking about, oh, destiny, how destiny have, the destiny has brought us together, and now I'm a wife in Poland, and like, and the husband was just like, oh my God, here you go again. Like, you can literally interpret his body language as he's so fed up. And then he's like, this girl is asking him, or what do you think? What do you think? Did you know that something like this was gonna happen? And it's like, I don't know. Like, he was just saying, oh, I don't know. And then also there was a point where she was talking about destiny. She believes in destiny, and she believes that who was meant for you will be for you. And she feel like it is he was just God sent, and the way things came about, it was all planned, and God knew. And then she asked the husband, and what do you think? Always asking, what do you think about this? What do you think? Like, this, the conversation is always one-sided. Unless she asks question, then this guy will sort of, guys, can you like the video, please? Can you like the video? Jane Karaoke. Oh, you are from Dubai. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And then she will be just like ranting. Okay, let's perhaps maybe I'm going to play for you guys. I don't know if you guys usually watch her live. I don't know how to put. I've seen a lot of reactors.
Watching from Jamaica, this Yvonne Williams.
I don't know
Thank
if
you.
it is this video.
Watching from Philadelphia. Thank you so much. Veda Morris. Thank you. Chico from Trinidad. God, right now.
There is a. I'm gonna skip that.
New priorities. But one thing I would really.
Let me start. Let me go somewhere. She was talking about. I think she was talking about.
It's so cold. Even going out for a minute without gloves on, without a hat on, you'll feel like you are nearly falling down. It's very cold. So being outside right now, it's a nightmare. And I love being outside. So let's wait for the right time. And then we're going to be outside so much. Right now, during winter, I don't know, what can you do? What can you do really? You guys, you can tell me what is really.
So literally now she's stuck in Poland with nothing much to do. And every time she can't go out because there's nothing to film, it's snow everywhere. And she's trying to blend in with these people. And she's going somewhere. And of course, these people, perhaps, they are not into cameras being on their faces. So she has to be very restricted in filming in this in the family setup while
Interesting
she's.
to do during winter. You know, we love camping. We want to do some camping, but we can't do it every single day because it's extremely freezing cold. For you to survive during camping, you must burn
Camping
wood
will
the
be good.
entire night, and that means no sleeping. You have to keep burning. Okay, but still there's some activities.
Remember, they haven't even gone anywhere since they got married. They're just stuck in this small house. And I'm saying it's small house because, I mean, she has a better house in Kenya, in Nyabuhanze. Her mother's house is so beautiful and big, and with space and with a very nice ambience to filming. Here, she just feels like she's in a small box house, like a wooden house that is just no, I don't like it. Honestly, I don't like it. It doesn't give a Lamborghini. It doesn't give Lamborghini. It's giving struggle, and I don't like it.
Like swimming, the heated pools here, going for sauna and all that. But you know, that's not an adventure. Like, that's just a relaxation. Like tomorrow, I think we have in one. I'll be going with my sister-in-law, and yeah, that's not an adventure. The adventures that I do with this weather, you can't really do much.
So she doesn't have.
It's indoors.
She doesn't have much to film for you guys in Poland. And perhaps that is the reason why she keeps repeating herself and she keeps trying to, the kind of things that she's talking about these passports and you know, will lead her in trouble. She should stop talking and read a little bit more and at least search about history of Poland and talk to people about Polish history. Everything about Poland. Talk something. There is a lot of things that she can actually educate her listeners about, rather than ranting about Poland being number what, the passport is strong and she can't wait to get the passport, blah blah blah. That is bullshit.
Indoors, you know. So I don't know, but let's see how things unfold. Chest, Emmeline Waku says chest. I don't know if this is a family member. I don't know, but chest. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, I can't wait for that time. And right now, I literally have to be here. Like right now, I have to be here. Hello, D and husband. Hello, my husband is on the other side. I don't know what he's doing there. I don't know, but probably he'll be joining soon. Greetings, Mom Doreen Small. That's Kinero. We miss you too. You visited me with Sharon in Harlem. Okay. Now I remember you. I think you're the one who visited me with Sharon Morris. Thank you. I miss Grenada. Such a beautiful country. People are so good. People are so.
Okay. There is a
Kila siku unabeba chakula, lakini ukifika kazini au shuleni kimechanganyika au kimemwagika.
In this application, I will just be jumping everywhere that I want to.
But the thing is, she will have